The day the ceiling started leaking, Mary said we'd fix it tomorrow. Drops hit the kitchen counter, plip, plip. I said it had to be dealt with right away. She said there was a bucket upstairs. We could just catch the water. She kept her head down, putting on lipstick, her phone lighting up in her palm. I said I needed her to hold the ladder. She said, "Jack, you can handle it." She left before we even found the bucket. It had been like this last month, too. The dog needed vaccines next week. A school form needed a parent's signature tonight. The washing machine had been broken for 3 weeks. She'd call someone on the weekend. But her own things were never delayed. She showed up 20 minutes early for yoga, got the first appointment at the salon, and last Wednesday she even went out in the rain to pick up dry cleaning. The shop offered delivery. I noticed a pattern on a Tuesday. She took 4 days to mail her sister's birthday gift, but spent an hour getting ready early for a Valentine's date. Things at home were like gum stuck to her shoe. She dragged her feet. Things outside the door were like a fire alarm. She ran faster than anyone. Friday night, our kid had a fever. I said we needed medicine. She was putting on earrings. The pharmacy closes at 10, she said, fastening the straps on her heels. I really have to go. The thermometer read 39.2 degrees Celsius. I said, "Mary, this is an emergency." She hesitated for a full minute, fingers on the doorknob. "Use a cold towel first," she said. "I'll be back as soon as I can." The door closed softly. I heard the car start. That night I understood 2 things. First, the bucket was in the very back of the garage. Second, she didn't lack a sense of responsibility. Last month she took a full day off work to help him move. The week before, she remembered his daughter's school play and ordered flowers ahead of time. She gave her efficiency, her thoughtfulness, her punctuality to another address. Our home was just a storage unit for old clothes, wrinkled when opened, forgotten when closed. I stopped asking her to do things together. Fixing the fence, unclogging the drain, taking the kid to the dentist. Sometimes she'd ask if I needed help. I'd say no. The relief on her face was real, like a prisoner granted amnesty. Our conversations shrank to utility bills and weather forecasts. Precise, brief, necessary. She started going out more. It used to be Tuesdays and Thursdays. Then Saturday afternoons disappeared too. Bookstore, grocery store, girls' night. I nodded and said okay. Once her shirt was buttoned wrong. Once she came home smelling like a perfume that wasn't hers. I said nothing. The turning point came with the tax paperwork in October. 3 days before the deadline, she finally sat down to sort receipts. Her phone buzzed 3 times. She didn't answer. On the 4th, she grabbed it and went into the bathroom, turning on the faucet full blast. When she came out, she said she had to step out. "The accountant's last appointment is tomorrow," I said. "He knows," she said, putting on her coat, "but he has an emergency." "Like what?" "Something personal." She didn't look at me. "I'll be back soon." She got home at 2 a.m. The tax papers were still spread across the table like abandoned playing cards. In November, she missed our son's basketball final. In December, she forgot our anniversary, but remembered to throw him a surprise birthday party. In January, during a snowstorm, school let out early and her phone was off. On the way home with our kid, I saw her car parked outside an apartment building 6 blocks away. Snow covered half the tires. On Valentine's Day, she cooked steak, candles, red wine, a new dress. I said thank you and ate quietly. Her phone lay face down on the table, lighting up all night like a pulse. When dessert came, she finally said, "Lately it feels like you've been very quiet." "Have I?" I cut the chocolate cake. "It's like we don't do anything together anymore." I put my plate in the sink. The faucet still dripped a little. "I got used to it." I said, "You're always busy anyway." She opened her mouth to speak. Her phone buzzed, a name lighting up the screen. She stood and said sorry. She'd be right back. Soft laughter drifted in from the balcony. I washed the dishes, dried them, put them away. Water still dripped into the bucket. Plip, plip, just like a year ago. The divorce papers were signed in March. No fighting. It felt like canceling an expired membership. She moved into an apartment downtown, said it was closer to work. As the movers carried out boxes, I asked if he was doing okay. She froze, then said it was over. "Last month," she said, ripping tape off a box. "He wanted me to quit my job and move to California with him. I said I needed time. He said he couldn't wait forever." The box opened like an empty mouth. I nodded. Our son stayed with me. She got weekly visits. The first visit she was late because the subway broke down. The second she canceled, she had a cold. The third time she arrived on time with a brand new drone. Our son said thanks. "Mom, there's a craft fair at school next Sunday. Can you come?" She said of course. It rained that night. She texted, "What time is the craft fair?" I wrote back, 10 a.m. Might be a little late, she replied, but I'll definitely be there. I didn't answer. Outside, city lights blurred in the rain. I thought about our very first apartment. Years ago, the bathroom leaked, and in the middle of the night she held a bowl under the drip, laughing, saying it sounded like a xylophone. Back then she handled every small problem like she was guarding treasure. Later, treasure became a burden. Then burdens became things that could be postponed forever. Finally, postponed things became pieces too scattered to pick up again. She did miss the craft fair. The car broke down halfway, she said. She really tried. Our son said it was okay and wiped dust off his project with a tissue. I got her late apology text while I was changing the kitchen light bulb. Twist, switch, light filled the room. Turns out some things are simple. If they're broken, you fix them. If you can't fix them, you replace them. Waiting doesn't make a light turn on by itself. Just like some people are always saying later, and later usually means never.